Welcome to China Truths. In this episode, we will bring you the following story. Rockefeller family of China immigrated to Canada. Now, let's dive into the details. China Truths. Rockefeller family of China immigrated to Canada. The richest people are often not on the wealth list because their assets are invisible, and China's most famous red capitalist Rong family is one of them. Recently, it was said that the whole Rong family emigrated overseas, which became a sensation in China at the beginning of the year. The descendants of the Rong family chose to live and work in Canada after studying abroad. There may be fewer opportunities for them to return to China, so they will bring their families to settle in Canada. The Rong family's 5-story old bungalow in Shanghai was also sold, and the rest of the furniture and collectibles were all shipped to Canada. The video on social media shows uniformed movers packing and removing a valuable collection of classical furniture. China's NetEase also published a signed article 2025 Rong's family immigration to Canada on January 6. But the article was later deleted. For several days, the Rong family did not come forward to deny it. The Rong family is known as the Rockefeller family of China. It is said that the luxury car used by the CCP in its 1949 ceremony of usurping the throne was borrowed from the Rong family. During the Korean War, the Rong family donated 12 aircraft to the CCP. Fighter jets of that era were so expensive that they were out of stock, which shows the strength of the family. Former CCP leader Mao Zedong once said, "The Rong family is the first family of Chinese national capitalists. They are the only family in China that can truly be called a conglomerate in the world." The Rong family's wealth originated from the brothers Rong Zongjing and Rong Disheng in the late 19th century, during the late Qing dynasty. The two brothers were smart and hardworking, and they both worked as apprentices in a money shop in their early years. Later, they took out their savings of many years and partnered with friends to open their own money shop in Shanghai, taking the first step on the road to entrepreneurship. In his early years in Guangdong, Rong Disheng accepted new ideas and new trends, and realized that there were industries in the world that were more profitable than money shops, so he decided to invest in industries. In 1900, the two brothers used the profits from the money shop as capital and partnered with others to establish the first flour mill. Due to the popularity of their product, they opened 12 flour mills by 1921. Their products were not only sold nationwide, but also sold overseas. The Rong brothers became famous flour kings in China. The success of running the flour mills further stimulated their interest in investing in industries. In 1915, the Rong brothers invested in and established a cotton mill. With continuous development, spinning mills were built successively, and the growth rate of its cotton products even exceeded that of Japanese companies in China. The two brothers became China's cotton yarn kings. The Rong brothers formed a large-scale light industrial system in the two major areas of clothing and food, which had a profound impact on China's national economy. They have gone through the late Qing dynasty, the Beiyang government, the national government, the war of resistance against Japanese aggression, and the civil war between the Chinese Nationalist Party or Kuomintang and the CCP. Despite many twists and turns and even wars in between, their status in China has never been shaken. As the civil war between the Kuomintang and the CCP came to a close and the Red disaster descended upon China, the Rong family faced a major choice. The elder brother Rong Zongjing and most of the descendants of the Rong family chose to live abroad, while the younger brother Rong Disheng and his fourth son Rong Yiren considered it over and over again and finally decided to stay and looked after the house. The branch of the Rong family that remained in China played an important role in the 75-year history of the CCP. They were united by the CCP, abused by the CCP, made great contributions to the CCP, and finally left quietly and immigrated with their families. He didn't leave 75 years ago, and this wait has lasted for several generations. Rong Yiren was born in 1916. After his father Rong Disheng passed away due to illness in 1952, Rong Yiren became the head of the Rong family in China. Soon after the CCP seized power, it began to plunder private industrial and commercial enterprises in the name of public-private partnership, and countless entrepreneurs took their own lives or were imprisoned. Seeing this trend, Rong had to put on a forced smile. In 1956, he handed over all 56 textile factories, flour mills and other enterprises that his ancestors had worked hard to establish. Chen Yi, then mayor of Shanghai, held him up as a role model at the conference and gave him the title of Red Capitalist. The CCP was well aware of the Rong family's overseas connections. In order to further confuse the outside world, the CCP appointed Rong as deputy mayor of Shanghai the following year. He later served as deputy minister of the Ministry of Textile Industry. Although Rong escaped the anti-rightist movement, he did not escape the Cultural Revolution. During the Cultural Revolution, Rong right index finger was broken by an iron pole of the Red Guards, and his wife Yang Jianqing fainted many times. Although he saved his life, Rong was assigned to do jobs such as transporting coal and cleaning toilets. He not only suffered from back pain, but also hepatitis and retinal hemorrhage. Due to delayed treatment, he eventually became blind in his left eye. After the Cultural Revolution, China's economy was on the brink of collapse. The CCP was eager to develop its economy, but it knew that it had a poor reputation in the international community, so it once again thought of the Rong family. The then party leader Deng Xiaoping personally called Rong and asked him to come out of retirement. In 1978, Rong became vice chairman of the National Committee of the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, and in 1979 he became president of China International Trust and Investment Corporation or CITIC Group, which was directly under the State Council. With his business strategies and overseas connections, Rong made great contributions to helping the CCP get out of its economic difficulties. Under Deng Xiaoping's arrangement, Rong served as vice president from 1993 to 1998. This was the highest honorary position Rong received in his life. At that time, the outside world thought that Rong was a non-party member. Until his death in 2005, his obituary called him a great communist fighter. It was only then that people realized Rong had already joined the CCP. According to the book Red Capitalist Rong joined the party in 1985. Deng Xiaoping requested that it not be announced publicly and kept strictly confidential. Deng also appointed Xi Zhongshuan as the introducer of his party membership, and the Central United Front Work Department handled the matter specially. Rong therefore kept his mouth shut and did not reveal a word even to his wife Yang Jianqing. One of China's richest men was actually an underground party member for 20 years under the rule of the CCP. There is no doubt that the CCP's move was to use Rong capitalist identity to deceive the domestic people and overseas Chinese and achieve the purpose of a united front. Hong Kong's Trends magazine once revealed that Rong applied to join the CCP 4 times during his lifetime, but requested to withdraw from the party 3 times after joining. The whole process reflects his inner conflict. Rong has 4 daughters and 1 son. His only son, Rong Zhijian, was also regarded as a guest of honor by the CCP authorities. Mr. Rong was the former chairman of CITIC Pacific Limited, a subsidiary of CITIC and a Hong Kong-listed company. In 2009, CITIC Pacific suffered huge losses in foreign exchange speculation and was investigated by the Hong Kong police. Rong Zhijian, who lost his father's protection, had no way to seek help in Beijing, and finally had to resign sadly. The 3rd-generation leader of the Rong family has since withdrawn from the CCP stage. Over the years, the Rong family has been mysterious and low-key, and few related activities have been reported. This move and immigration overseas were also inadvertently leaked by the company in charge of ocean transportation in order to show off its performance. Although the Rong family has been trying to avoid the attention of the outside world, its invisible assets are still rich and rival a country. According to Chinese media, his family's wealth exceeds $300 billion. However, the report did not give the source of the data. If this is the case, its assets will at least surpass that of Elon Musk, the world's richest man, by 2023. Luo Xiang, a current affairs commentator with 310,000 followers, posted on Platform X on January 6 that the Rong family will emigrate overseas in 2025, which is not only a turning point in his family's fate, but also a landmark event of social change in China. The CCP's perverse practices and political dictatorship have brought all kinds of uncertainties to entrepreneurs. They are not only worried about their family wealth, but even about their personal safety. Therefore, immigrating overseas is likely to be a strategic choice for the Rong family to deal with domestic risks and protect the family inheritance. Li Yuanhua, a historian and former associate professor at China's capital Normal University, said that China's overall economic environment is now very grim and local governments are fishing everywhere. If you do not have a backer in the core power class, no matter how much wealth you have, it is possible that it will be taken away. Now that red capitalist families like the Rong family have begun to flee, it shows that the CCP's broken ship may sink at any time. At the same time, their exodus will serve as an exemplary effect, triggering a larger outflow of capital and talent. Independent writer Zhu Mingyan also said, Rong-Iran's support for the CCP was a disgrace to the Rong family, and the relocation of Rong's descendants was a blessing for the Rong family. That's it for this episode. Thank you for watching.